Hey there, adventurers and lore enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the worlds of magic and mystery. Today, we've got an epic showdown lined up that's been the talk of Azeroth for ages. That's right, we're pitting Sylvanas Windrunner, the infamous Banshee Queen, against Genn Greymane, the relentless Worgen King. Have you ever wondered who would come out on top if these two powerhouses went head-to-head? Well, you're in the right place. We're going to break down their histories, abilities, and the fiery rivalry that makes this clash so intense. So grab a mug of your favorite brew, settle in, and let's get into it. Sylvanas Windrunner, the Banshee Queen. Let's kick things off with Sylvanas Windrunner. If you've been roaming around Azeroth, you've definitely heard tales of her exploits. Once a proud high elf, Sylvanas was the esteemed Ranger General of Silvermoon. She was renowned for her exceptional archery skills, tactical brilliance, and unwavering dedication to her people. But things took a tragic turn when Arthas Menethil, the fallen prince turned Death Knight, led the Scourge invasion into Quel'Thalas. Sylvanas fought valiantly to defend her homeland, but despite her best efforts, she was ultimately defeated. Instead of granting her a swift death, Arthas tore out her soul, transforming her into a banshee bound to his will. Talk about a rough day at the office. Enslaved and forced to commit atrocities against her own people, Sylvanas's story is one of pain and revenge. When the Lich King's grip weakened, she broke free from his control. Reclaiming her body, she became the leader of the Forsaken, guiding other free-willed undead in a quest not just for survival but for a place in a world that feared and shunned them. Sylvanas isn't just handy with a bow. Her transformation granted her dark magical abilities and supernatural powers. She can shift into a spectral form, unleash banshee wails that chill the soul, and manipulate shadows to her advantage. Over the years, she's become a master of both physical and magical combat. She's also been at the center of some of Warcraft's most pivotal moments. Remember the Wrathgate incident? Or when she ordered the burning of Teldrassil, igniting a full-scale war between the Horde and Alliance. And we can't forget her role in the Shadowlands, where she challenged the very fabric of life and death. Sylvanas is a complex character, neither wholly evil nor entirely good. She's driven by a desire to protect her people, but her methods are, let's say, controversial. Love her or hate her, there's no denying she's one of the most formidable figures in Warcraft lore. Genn Greymane, the Worgen King. Now, let's turn our gaze to Genn Greymane. Genn is the king of Gilneas, a man known for his stubbornness and fierce independence. He was so determined to keep his kingdom out of others' affairs that he built the Greymane Wall, isolating Gilneas from the rest of the world during a time of great turmoil. But isolation couldn't protect them forever. The Worgen curse began to spread throughout Gilneas, turning its citizens into ferocious wolf-like creatures. Genn himself wasn't spared, transforming into a Worgen. Instead of succumbing to the curse, he embraced it, gaining enhanced strength, agility, and senses. When the Forsaken attacked Gilneas under Sylvanas's command, Genn faced devastating losses. His beloved city fell, and his son, Liam, was killed, an event that would fuel his deep-seated vendetta against Sylvanas. With no other choice, Genn led his people to seek refuge with the Alliance, rejoining the global stage he once shunned. As a Worgen, Genn is a powerhouse in close combat. His physical prowess is off the charts, and combined with his years of leadership and battlefield experience, he's a force to be reckoned with. Jenn's motivations are deeply personal. The loss of his son and homeland drives him to seek justice, or revenge, against Sylvanas. His story is one of redemption and the struggle between his humanity and the beast within. The root of their rivalry. So, why all the bad blood between these two? It all goes back to the fall of Gilneas. Sylvanas saw Gilneas as a strategic asset and launched an invasion to claim it for the Forsaken. During the conflict, Jenn's son, Liam, sacrificed himself to save his father, dying from an arrow fired by Sylvanas herself. This wasn't just a battlefield casualty, it was a personal tragedy that ignited Jenn's hatred for Sylvanas. For Genn, it's not just about political maneuvering or territorial disputes. It's about avenging his son's death and the suffering of his people. Sylvanas, on the other hand, views Genn as an obstacle to her goals, someone who consistently challenges her authority. Their rivalry is fueled by loss, vengeance, and conflicting ideals. It's a clash that's as emotional as it is strategic, adding layers of complexity to any confrontation between them. Comparing strengths and strategies. Alright, let's break down what each brings to the table. Sylvanas' advantages. Supernatural abilities. She can shift between her physical form and her banshee form, making her incredibly elusive. Dark magic. Sylvanas wields powerful shadow magic, curses, and can raise the dead to fight for her. Master Archer. Her skills with a bow are legendary, allowing her to strike targets from unimaginable distances. Strategic mind. She's cunning and often several steps ahead of her enemies. Genn's advantages. Enhanced physique. As a worgen, Genn has superhuman strength, speed, and resilience. Close quarters combat. He's a brutal melee fighter, combining his natural weapons, claws and fangs, with combat training. Leadership and tactics. Genn is a seasoned leader with a sharp tactical mind. Alliance support. He has the resources and backing of the Alliance, providing technology and troops if needed. Weaknesses. Sylvanas. Her overconfidence and isolation after breaking from both the Horde and the Forsaken could leave her vulnerable. Genn. His rage and desire for revenge might cloud his judgment, leading to reckless decisions. Leadership styles. Sylvanas tends to manipulate from the shadows, using others as pawns to achieve her ends. Genn leads by example, often on the front lines rallying his allies through action. In terms of strategies, Sylvanas might prefer to weaken her opponent through psychological warfare and hit-and-run tactics. Genn would likely go straight for the jugular, using his strength and speed to overwhelm her before she can enact any elaborate plans. Hypothetical battle scenario. Imagine a fog-shrouded battlefield at twilight, neutral ground where neither has the home advantage. The battle begins. Sylvanas initiates the fight with a hail of shadow-infused arrows, each one aimed with deadly precision. Genn, with his heightened senses, dodges and weaves through the onslaught, closing the distance with astonishing speed. Mid-battle maneuvers. Sensing his approach, Sylvanas shifts into her banshee form, becoming ethereal and slipping away into the shadows. She uses her haunting wails to disorient Genn, attempting to exploit his grief over his son. But Genn isn't so easily swayed. His resolve hardens, and he taps into his worgen fury, using his claws to slash through the spectral tendrils of magic surrounding him. Climactic confrontation. As they clash, it's a dance of raw power against cunning agility. Genn manages to land a glancing blow, but Sylvanas counters with a blast of dark magic that sends him reeling. Both are battered, yet neither yields. The fight teeters on a knife's edge. Any misstep could be fatal. Possible outcome. If Sylvanas can exploit Genn's emotional wounds or outmaneuver him long enough to wear him down, she might claim victory. Conversely, if Genn can corner her and leverage his brute strength, he could overwhelm her. In the end, it's anyone's game, hinging on split-second decisions and perhaps a bit of luck. The impact of allies and factions. But let's be real, they rarely fight alone. Sylvanas' potential allies. Though she's distanced herself from many, she could still rally loyalists from the Forsaken or other shadowy entities drawn to her cause. Genn's support. Genn has the full might of the Alliance at his back. Allies like Jaina Proudmoore or King Anduin could offer significant aid. Interventions. Third parties might step in, maybe to prevent unnecessary bloodshed or to pursue their own agendas. This could drastically alter the battle and its outcome. Political fallout. Their fight could reignite faction wars, strain alliances, or shift the power balance in Azeroth. The stakes are high, and the ripple effects would be felt far and wide. Community insights and fan theories. Now, let's check in with you guys. Fan polls. Surveys show the community is pretty divided. About half of you think Sylvanas would dominate due to her magical prowess and cunning. The other half roots for Genn, believing his raw power and determination give him the edge. Popular theories. Some fans speculate that a showdown could lead to unforeseen alliances or the emergence of new threats. Others believe that neither would win outright. that their battle would be interrupted by a greater evil forcing them to cooperate. Debate highlights. One of the hottest debates revolves around whether Genn's personal vendetta makes him stronger or blinds him to traps. Similarly, discussions about Sylvanas often question whether her actions are part of a grand plan or signs of unraveling control. It's clear this topic sparks passionate discussions. So, who's the ultimate victor in this clash of titans? After exploring their backgrounds, abilities, and the intricate web of their rivalry, it's tough to declare a definitive winner. Both Sylvanas and Genn are formidable in their own right, with strengths that could tip the scales in a heartbeat. Sylvanas's mastery of dark magic and her strategic mind make her a deadly opponent who can outthink and outmaneuver enemies. Genn's physical might and unwavering determination fuel his relentless pursuit, making him a challenger who won't back down. At the end of the day, the outcome might depend on circumstances beyond just raw power, like the environment, available resources, and unexpected interventions. But that's just one perspective. I'm curious to hear what you think. Who would you bet on in this epic face-off? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation rolling. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Warcraft lore, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Follow me on social media for behind-the-scenes sneak peeks and updates. Links are all down in the description. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll explore the mysteries of the Shadowlands and what lies beyond. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Special thanks to Blizzard Entertainment for creating such an immersive world to get lost in. Shout out to the amazing artists and content creators whose work helped bring this video to life. Credits are in the description. And, of course, a huge thank you to all of you for watching and supporting the channel. Couldn't do it without you. Until next time, stay awesome and keep exploring.